Okay, so you've sent over a whole bunch of articles about music.
Yeah.
And especially relaxing music.
Hmm.
And there's just so much here
There's a lot.
about how it affects our sleep, our mood, our focus,
Right.
even pain management. We have one about music therapy for cancer patients.
Right, yeah.
So are you ready to kind of sort through all this? And
I think so, yeah.
let's see what we find.
Let's dive in.
Yeah.
We've got 10 benefits of listening to relaxing music, and music therapy is an alternative cancer treatment from the River of Calm.
Okay.
And then there's this Calm blog article called 15 Ways Music Can Make You Feel Better. We've got 9 benefits of relaxing music from Health News.
Okay.
7 benefits of studying while listening to music from Luxury Student Homes.
Interesting.
Then Health News also has a piece on the benefits of listening to music while you're meditating.
Okay.
And there's an article from Chase Dental Sleep Care on the effects of listening to music while sleeping. We've got listening to music first thing in the morning changed my life, from Medium, and even some music quotes from Brainy Quote.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and then a couple more about the benefits of relaxing music and natural sounds.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so one theme that I'm seeing
Yeah.
over and over again is stress relief.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, who hasn't put on their favorite music to kind of unwind after a long day, right?
Absolutely.
But these articles are talking about like
You had to go deeper.
measurable effects
Yeah.
on our cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone, and even heart rate.
Right, and some of the research suggests that music can be even more effective than medication in certain cases.
Really?
Like for stress reduction. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Like there's this one study from Mind Lab that specifically identified a song called Weightless that demonstrably calmed heart rate, respiration, and brain activity better than pharmaceuticals.
Weightless, huh? I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, put on your playlist.
But it's not all about just de-stressing, right?
No.
We also have a bunch of these articles that are talking about music and focus.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to studying or working.
Uh-huh.
I've always found it really hard to concentrate when there are lyrics.
I know what you mean.
But these articles are saying that instrumental or ambient sounds can actually help you block out distractions.
Yeah, like the Luxury Student Homes article recommends instrumental music, classical pieces, or even video game soundtracks to enhance focus.
Oh, interesting.
It makes sense if you think about how our brains respond to sound right.
Mm-hmm.
So by choosing calming music without distracting lyrics, we can create a more focused environment for our minds.
It's like a sonic shield
Exactly.
against distractions.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's where it gets really exciting to me, is that music isn't just for chilling out or focusing.
Right.
There's a whole other side to it, right?
Absolutely.
Several of these articles highlight how upbeat music can increase your stamina during exercise.
Hmm.
And research suggests that listening to happy music can actually boost creativity.
I love that.
Like, could the right playlist make us more productive?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, that Medium article, listening to music first thing in the morning changed my life, really emphasizes the power of music to set a positive tone for the day.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Like, music's impact on our mood and our motivation could have some serious implications for our work lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Right.
It could change everything.
And speaking of routines, sleep comes up a lot in these sources.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Apparently, listening to relaxing music before bed can improve both sleep quality and how quickly you fall asleep.
That's right.
And there's actually research to back that up.
There is, and it's because relaxing music often mirrors a sleep state.
Okay.
Slower breathing, reduced heart rate, lower blood pressure. All of that eases the transition into sleep.
So it's like a lullaby for adults.
Yeah, exactly. The Chase Dental Sleep Care article actually uses that phrase, a lullaby for adults.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where things get really interesting to me. Several studies suggest that music can help with pain management.
Yeah.
And even reduce the need for medication in some cases.
That's right.
And we're not just talking about, like, acute pain. This includes chronic conditions, too.
It's true, and it's remarkable, isn't it?
It is.
Researchers are still exploring exactly why this works.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be a combination of things.
Yeah.
Distraction, relaxation, even hormonal effects.
Interesting.
Like music might be tapping into multiple pathways to modulate our experience of pain.
Wow. And then
Yeah.
there's the whole world of music therapy,
Yeah,
which goes beyond just casual listening.
absolutely.
We have sources specifically about music therapy for cancer patients,
Right.
and it reduces anxiety and pain, and some sources even suggest that it helps with shortness of breath.
Yeah, the music therapy as an alternative cancer treatment article from the River of Calm goes into detail about this.
Okay.
It talks about how music therapy can be integrated into a patient's overall care plan and how it offers a non-invasive and supportive approach to managing the challenges of cancer.
What really struck me was how music therapy benefits caregivers, too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It gives them a sense of agency, knowing that they can do something positive for their loved one.
Yeah.
Plus, it creates positive memories that last even after the person is gone.
Right, and that's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, it is. It speaks to the profound connections that music fosters.
Absolutely.
Both between people and within ourselves.
Yeah.
And this makes even more sense when we kind of delve into how music interacts with our brains.
Right.
So let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah, so the sources we have, they highlight how music activates different areas of our brains.
Okay.
Memory, emotion, even physical coordination.
Oh.
It's like music unlocks this whole other level of our being.
Uh-huh.
And this isn't exactly new information.
Right.
I mean, remember that collection of music quotes from Brainy Quote you sent? Plato once said, "Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything."
Wow. That's a good one.
It really is.
And makes me think of that quote from Victor Hugo.
Oh, yeah.
Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent.
That's a great quote.
Yeah, and it just shows how music's impact, it's not just about like tapping our toes.
No, it's much deeper than that.
It's about how we experience the world.
Exactly, and it's not just about passively listening either.
Right.
I mean, we've already touched on the benefits of specific types of music for studying. But what about creating music?
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, if simply listening has these incredible effects,
Yeah.
imagine the impact of playing an instrument or singing.
Yeah, instead of picking up our phones in the morning, we should be picking up a guitar or sitting down at a piano.
Right.
Like that Medium article talked about the benefits of listening first thing in the morning. But maybe we should be making music.
Maybe. So there's a whole other dimension to explore there.
Yeah.
But even sticking with the benefits of just listening,
Yeah,
the variety is astounding.
it is.
From reducing stress and improving sleep to potentially managing pain and even supporting our immune system, it seems like music is this powerful tool for well-being.
It really does. And it seems like the type of music matters too.
Yeah, for sure.
Several sources, especially that 10 benefits of listening to relaxing music from the River of Calm,
Yeah.
they point to what they call alkaline music as being particularly beneficial for healing.
Interesting.
So they're talking about soothing classical music, harp music, even nature sounds.
Okay.
It's all about creating a calming effect on the nervous system, lowering heart rate and blood pressure.
And that connection to nature is really fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, you also sent over those sources that discuss the benefits of incorporating those relaxing sounds in addition to music.
Right.
Things like rain, ocean waves, or bird song.
Yeah.
It seems like those sounds tap into something primal, mimicking the natural environments where we evolved.
That makes sense that we'd be drawn to them
Yeah.
and that they would have that calming, restorative effect.
It really ties into that whole idea of mindfulness,
Yes.
which a lot of these articles mention.
Yeah, for real.
Whether we're listening to music or natural sounds, the key is to do it intentionally.
Right.
To really focus on those sounds and let go of distractions.
So it's not just having music on in the background.
No.
It's about actively using it as a tool
Right.
for self-awareness, relaxation, even healing.
Exactly.
It's about creating a personalized soundtrack for
Yeah.
a healthier, happier life.
And then the beauty of it is it's accessible to almost everyone.
That's true.
Whether you're listening to a symphony orchestra or just the sound of rain on your window,
Yeah.
you can tap into these benefits.
So it sounds like we've uncovered a lot of information
Yeah,
about music's positive impact on our lives.
sure.
But before we wrap up, there's one thing we haven't really talked about. Are there any downsides to consider?
That's a good question.
Like, for example, that Chase Dental Sleep Care article,
Uh-huh.
it mentions some concerns about listening to music while you're sleeping.
Yes, particularly with earbuds.
Yeah, exactly.
Using earbuds or headphones for a long time, especially while you're sleeping, can lead to problems.
Okay.
Like earwax buildup, skin irritation, or even hearing damage.
So it's something to be mindful of.
It is be mindful of the volume and how long you're listening.
Okay.
And maybe opt for speakers instead of earbuds.
That's good advice.
Whenever possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the content itself?
Okay.
Could certain types of music actually have negative effects on us?
Oh, that's interesting.
We talked about avoiding emotionally triggering songs,
Right.
but are there genres that might be harmful?
That's a really complex question.
Yeah.
And the answer probably varies from person to person.
Right.
Some research suggests that prolonged exposure to very loud or aggressive music could potentially impact mood or even hearing over time. But again, it's all about being aware of your own responses and choosing music that supports your well-being.
So it's about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
Using music as a tool for good while being mindful of any potential downsides.
Right. Music is a powerful force,
Yeah.
but it's not a magic bullet.
So it's important to remember that music is just one piece of the puzzle.
It is.
It's not a replacement for other healthy habits.
Right.
Like exercise, sleep, and a balanced lifestyle.
Exactly. It's all about creating a harmonious life.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what does all of this mean for our listener?
Well, the research is clear.
Okay.
Music has the potential to transform our lives in really profound ways.
Yeah.
From easing stress and boosting mood to improving sleep and even managing pain.
Yeah.
The benefits are vast and varied.
They are, but what's the key takeaway?
Yeah, how do we harness this power effectively?
Yeah, it's like we've been given this incredible toolbox,
Uh-huh.
but we need to know which tools to use and when.
Exactly. It's about being intentional with our choices.
Right.
Like, what are you hoping to achieve? Relaxation, focus, mood boost,
Okay.
and then select music that aligns with that goal.
Makes sense.
You know, we've seen from the research that different types of music can have very different effects.
And it's not just about choosing the right tunes either, right?
No.
It's also about paying attention to how different music makes us feel.
Yes.
Like becoming a music scientist.
How's that?
In our own lives. Like maybe that morning routine could include experimenting with different genres to see what sets the best tone for the day.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Like, oh, that classical music really helped me focus this morning.
Right.
Or that upbeat playlist gave me the energy to power through my workout.
Exactly. It's about tuning into those subtle shifts within ourselves.
So it's like creating a feedback loop.
Yeah.
We choose music based on our needs. We pay attention to how it impacts us.
Right.
And then we refine our choices based on what we learn.
Exactly. And over time, we develop this deeper understanding of how music can be used as a tool for self-care and well-being.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive.
It has been.
It's given me a whole new appreciation for music.
Me too.
Not just as entertainment,
Right.
but as this powerful force for positive change in our lives.
Absolutely.
So what's one final thought you'd leave with our listener
Oh,
as they kind of embark on their own sonic adventures?
You know, with all this talk about the power of music,
Yeah.
there's one element we haven't really discussed:
And what's that?
silence.
Oh, wow.
As incredible as music can be,
Yeah.
sometimes the most profound experiences come from simply being still and listening to the sounds within ourselves.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's something to ponder as you continue to explore the symphony of sound in your life.
I love that. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive into the power of music.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed listening and maybe even learned a thing or two.
I hope so.
Until next time, keep those tunes playing and don't forget to listen to the silence in between